You guys have been asking for it, and that is an Avalanche portfolio and how all of this pieces together. Today we're going to do that for you, give you a perfect roadmap. Don't miss it. My name is Paul Barron. Welcome back into Tech Path. Let's get started. I do want to thank our sponsor today, and that is Coinbase. Get into Coinbase right now. It's a great place to get started. In fact, you can go over there and buy your AVAX if you want, and you can get $200 in crypto if you just sign up using our link down below. If you're brand new to crypto, and I know there's a lot of new viewers out there, welcome into crypto. This is a good place for you guys to get started, so check it out using our link down below. Let's go over to the topic today, and of course, that is Avalanche. And one of the things I want to focus in on is where Avalanche is positioned right now in terms of top tokens. Setting at number 11 right now, you've got a total market cap right here, holding at around 16 billion. Let's take a look. It's likely to flip over Tron, and possibly with the acceleration of the news we're going to drop to you guys today, we could see some pressure on even Cardano at 34 billion. It's done it before, could happen again, and it could happen very soon. So be ready for some big moves. All right, the other thing that has happened is the Web3 Gaming Awards. Avalanche pretty much took home all the main key categories, and of course that has been with Off the Grid. Let me play a clip for you. Take a look.
And the winner is Fableborn.
And the winner is Off the Grid.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Off the grid.
The winner of the best multiplayer game of the year is Off the Grid.
So without further ado, the nominees for Game of the Year are Off the Grid, Pirate Nation, Parallel, Nine Heroes, and of course, Pixels. The winner of Game of the Year in Web3 Gaming, it's Off the Grid.
Most anticipated game goes to Maplestory Universe.
All right, so as you can see, Avalanche dunking on everyone at this event. Game of the Year, Best Action, Best Shooter, Best Multiplayer. Of course, you had others within it, including Maplestory, we talked a little about, Fableborn, all of which are in the AVAX ecosystem. Some things that you have to look at is things that some of the others that, of course, were in there. Pixels did not necessarily originate from Ronin. You also look at Polygon, Solana, and Ronin, pretty much kind of an equal footing here in terms of the awards themselves. Avalanche won pretty much every category that mattered the most. And of course, the winners outside of Avalanche do not even have tokens yet. So Avalanche clearly the winning ecosystem when it comes to being able to invest in games. I want to go over to a couple other tweets here. This, of course, is John Woo congratulating Gunzilla and CB Ventures. And this is in reference to Coinbase jumping in to Gunzilla and supporting what is happening here with Off the Grid. And I think this is the big step for Off the Grid going forward. Again, remember, this game has not completely launched out to the public. When it does, we could see some massive numbers coming at us. One of the biggest, I think, that we've seen yet. Also, Avalanche, excited to see Maplestory make special naming NFTs. You know, it's one of the top trending NFT collections out there. So another big win for Avalanche. Other things that play into this, and this next clip will get into a little bit more of the Maplestory story, and that is around the results on their testnet. Take a look.
And we're talking about a game that has more than 250 million players worldwide. We're also talking about a game that is more than $5 billion in lifetime revenue. So it was a 10-day test, and we had 1,000 people participating in the test. So we had an 82% of retention during the entire 10 days. I mean, this was on a test net. And what more, we had more than 195,000 transactions just in 10 days, just with the 1,000 people. This kind of showcases how much this can grow on chain. We're all more excited about what's to come after.
Yes, early stage, very fast growth. You look at just the stats right now on the network itself for Avalanche, it is getting pretty consistent right here on the testnet. So as we start to see a lot of these go live, likelihood is once we see the Trump administration and also just regulations start to firm up here, I think there's going to be a lot of players coming in. And when I say players, companies, games, all sorts of utility, et cetera. We'll break down to that in a second, so stick around for the back half. There's a lot more to come We are going to be breaking into some meme tokens for you as well in the AVAX ecosystem. Make sure and subscribe. Make sure and jump in and just hit the subscribe button right now. I know there's a lot of new people out there, so this is your chance to kind of get caught up. And when we do live streams, you can hit that notification and you'll get notified when we do our live streams. All right, some other things to look at is just look at the portfolio in general that align with the ecosystem. Pulsar is a big one. You can mine a lot of Pulsar available to you right now. Other things that are happening right now within the gaming business, this is in Web2 land. Call of Duty hits 500 million copies sold as Black Ops 6 gets out there. Now, why is this important? Well, this is one game. It's the biggest release in franchise history. Consumer spending also up by 10% after Black Ops launching. You're going to see one of the biggest explosions, I believe, in Web3 that will possibly start to merge the two categories of Web3 and Web2 gaming. And this is the future, guys. This is what we're going to see. And Avalanche pretty much leading the way. Call of Duty being a first-person shooter game versus a third-person shooter game. We thought that we would see some of this coming out of the Web3, mostly in the shrapnel side of things. And it looks like that may pivot to another opportunity. One that we're watching right now is Shatterline. Shatterline could be the first fully released game on the Epic Game Store. This is coming out December 5th. This will be another big one that is also related to the ecosystem inside Avalanche. This one is well polished. It's ready to go. It's not one of those that's kind of that early stage, which has been a knock on Web3 in general. So this one could definitely take place very quickly in terms of growth. All right, let's jump over to meme tokens real quickly. Here's Avascan, just to give you kind of a listing of some of the key ones to watch. That blue icon's kind of that validator for quality. Just take a look at Meme Coin Rush, and you kind of just see some of them right there. Again, KIMBO is one that I think is still going to be one of my picks. I do hold it. I do like Coq Inu. I also like Husky. This is another one that plays into it. So these are all opportunities if you're playing the meme tokens. Again, meme tokens, very, very risky, super high risky. Most of the time, you're going to lose all your money. But the point is, you're going to have fun. And every once in a while, you're going to hit a home run. Just as a reminder, even though Coq Inu kind of top dog right now, but not a dog, KIMBO is the dog. So this is the one that might be on the move, it being the lead dog in the AVAX meme cycle. Now, if you're brand new to meme tokens, what you're going to realize is just follow the Dogecoin theater, and you understand that the dog coins are pretty much that first big winner most of the time coming out of these ecosystems, and that's why KIMBO could be a big player here as well. Avalanche meme coins in the last 24, you can see a lot of expansion. Obviously, you see Coq Inu there. Stick is another one that we're starting to watch very closely. I like this one. I'm starting to learn a lot more about it inside of what we've seen over on the Arena, which is a social media platform that is not necessarily all Avalanche, but there's a lot of AVAX within it. Other things, of course, is Juicy. Juicy has been a big one that just recently got talked about. It's kind of the OnlyFans for Avalanche, and it's new, it's very young, and of course, guess who pumps it? And that was Emin himself. He did someone just deploy an OF competitor on Avalanche. That got a lot of people interested into what's happening. One other note on this one is that it is on Base, so it could possibly draw in the Coinbase crowd as well. The other thing that's happening right now on Arena is that they're getting ready to launch a whole series of apps. So it's an app store. Think of this similar to like Telegram games. And this is what's going to happen within Arena. This is an alternative social media platform. It kind of uses the X protocol. So a lot of what you're doing on X can be almost mirrored. It has a lot of similarities in look. And I want to go to a clip here because this is one that will kind of give you a more of an understanding of what Arena is doing. Take a look.
There was some mismanagement with the previous team. It was a roller coaster of highs and lows. Everything was crashing. And over the course of 4 days, acquired it, rebuilt a team, secured it, rebranded, and now today, 10 months later, we're the #2 app, fully rebuilt, and have a ton of momentum.
What I will say about the app, I use it almost daily now. You can do some pretty interesting things. They have these things called tickets, which is kind of your value that the community will find. So somebody might buy a ticket for you, they trade it with others. That's one of the core elements behind Arena. If you look at the token for Arena, this may be another one that could be on the move. Again, these are very low volume. This one is a $10 million market cap. So high risk, guys. High risk, $10 million tokens. But this is another one that also is growing. Now, does it get a hook and really start to take fire? I think that is the question with any social media platform. Arena is really no different. All right, so let's go over to the shopping place, and that is Dexalot. This is where you'd be able to do your swaps and be able to get going on many of these tokens. And if you look at just the growth right now in transaction, everything has been trending up, but I think it's just starting. So get ready for maybe a holiday explosion truly coming in here. Take a look at Dexalot itself. This is on the 1 month. So down there on that low, about 58 cents, trading at 91, almost double. Another one, of course, is Trader Joe. Trader Joe is where you can also get into the AVAX ecosystem very significantly. Also, down here on the low at 28, trading at almost 41, so not quite double in the last month. Very bullish right now in the community over on CoinMarketCap as well. I want to go to another clip real quick because this will get into a little bit more on how you can earn yield within the AVAX ecosystem. Take a look.
They promised us financial freedom. Passive income? Yeah, right. Never any money for gas.
But not all hope is lost. Let me show you what the Yield Yak team have been working on. Yield Yak automates and speeds up the process of compounding your investments. With their farms, rewards are harvested and redeposited automatically, multiple times per day, and you pay 0 gas fees. So you earn extra harvest with 0 risk of the bank foreclosing. What do you say, fellow farmer? Are you ready to be a yak hero?
All right, so just remember there's a lot of ways to earn within the AVAX ecosystem. Yield Yak is just a good example. If you go over to their website, you're going to start to see a lot of companies out there that you recognize: Avalanche, Aave, Curve, etc., BenQ. So this is a familiar way to earn yield. And some of the things that they're doing right now on stablecoins, just to give you an example, USDC on BenQ right now earning 10.5%. One other thing is that is going to make this even better is this project right here, Tesseract 9000, that launches in November. Again, just driving down fees. That's the main thing, which makes it super sexy for opportunities in terms of yield. You can kind of see before, 25 cents, after, talking about a penny. So you can see the value of what we're going to see here in terms of really reducing gas fees, which is really the big part of crypto that everybody doesn't like, and that's fees. All right, I want to play a clip for you guys. This is Scaramucci talking about how all of this plays into institutional. Take a look.
Elon tweeted build as well this morning. And from my position at Ava Labs and Avalanche, there's been so many TradFi and other enterprises who've built a pilot or a test net or something to get to a certain point. They were just waiting for a moment like this to get more conviction and to really accelerate their building. So,
but the reason why that's important, John, it's going to cause a cascading or a domino effect. That has a bubbling up effect. Other coins, Avalanche, other coins, there's more space. I think it's 60% of our assets are actually not liquid. You know, that would be real estate, collectibles, cars. They don't trade on an exchange. That's coming. And I think that will have dramatic, untold positive consequences for wealth creation.
All right, let's go over to the Real World Asset website. You can see Avalanche is number 5 right there. They also have not yet fully released on where a lot of these launches are coming from. So this is a huge, I think a huge upside for where AVAX could be. If you look further into this, we'll just go on down in here to some of the token growth. And I want to showcase this right here. Let me zoom in on this. And if you look at most of these platforms, they've been in it for quite some time, right? But when you come into AVAX, it's just now starting to click in there. That's the red one, just getting started. So it's very, very early on the RWA concept of where Avalanche is going to be going for real world assets. So a big deal for the future. Here's another key thing here is this partnership with Elixir and Securitize. If you look at this tweet right here, this is BlackRock's institutional digital liquidity, which is BIDL. This will be able to do things like accessing DUSD liquidity in DeFi while continuing to earn yields from their investments. So they don't have to dispose of that. So that is another benefit for all of this. You can kind of see a little bit of the growth right here and how much is locked up in this. There's the protocol volume, also very large. So, and this is starting to explode in a very big way. So again, RWAs, the play is Avalanche. All of this playing into the next level, and that is where you're going to start to see activations and tying into things like brands. And this is Suntory. If you don't know who this is, it's probably one of the largest liquor brands in Asia. They also operate here in the United States, but they're launching a program around one of their most famous whiskeys, which is called Yamazaki, tokenized premium bottle, and this is happening only in the Japanese market, so it's mid-November. Now imagine this for almost any kind of consumable product out there. All of this riding within AVAX, so very, very positive. Further in this, let's get into the investment range. Let's say you want to go in and invest in some things that are within that ecosystem. Well, this is Angel Block, and this was where it would allow you to invest in, think of it as startups, almost like IPOs, but they're not IPOs. And you can go in and actually invest in different companies, including someone like a Pulsar. The THOL token on Angel Block, it's almost at its bottom. So this could be one to watch very closely. It's all time. Here's another one that's very similar to Angel Block. This is going to allow you to get into early stage platforms. Many people have been trying to do this, but most of the time it's insiders and people in investing groups. This is another one that potentially opens this up for you. Here's the other thing about this is you can actually get into an Avalanche index. So they go in and build the index for you, actually manage it, do all the cycles, and then select the winners just like any other index funds. I just say the easier route. If you're not really into doing all this stuff, then this might be the route for you. One thing to be aware of, if you look at the performance, this is the asset allocation. Let me kind of zoom in on that for you right there, which is AVAX versus actually going in for allocation within the colony. So it's a little bit less, but the easy thing here is just that. It's easy to do. Now let's take a look at the final thing, and that is the chart. Let's take a look at where Avalanche is. And if you look at this just over the last few weeks, definitely a little bit of sideways action, but the last couple of days here, and as of today, is filming this, Avalanche 10% up. Are we getting ready for a breakout? We're hitting that order block. We could be getting ready to jettison to its next order block, which is as close to $60. So that's kind of a rundown. A lot of assets, a lot of opportunity, a lot of different verticals within blockchain that Avalanche is in. Gaming, real world assets, expansion of what there is so much around, so much new tech. This is by far, I think, one of the best chains out there. All right, if you guys are not part of the Diamond Circle, get in right now. It's a great place to get additional content. Follow me on X, @PaulBaron. We'll see you next time right here on TechPath.